I started my YouTube channel 4 years ago in 2018, and my passion has become my full-time job. Let me share some of the things I have learned along the way in case you're thinking of having a YouTube career. Welcome, it's Barbara from Vienna, Austria. I mentioned in two of my recent videos that I gave a presentation at my former school at the high school career fair about how to become a full-time YouTuber. And I've received several requests from you to share my presentation. I have adapted it a little bit and I'm sharing a little more details here on my channel that I did at that other presentation. So let's get started. So why YouTube? YouTube is the second most visited domain in the world with 2 billion monthly active users. Let that sink in. 2 billion is a number that I can't even grasp. So it's only surpassed by Google, who owns YouTube, by the way. So what are the different ways that you can earn money on YouTube? So the first one is advertising by joining YouTube's partner program. The ads you see when you watch videos are how YouTubers earn money. There are certain parameters to become eligible and have ads on your videos. For example, you need at least 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 watch hours on your channel. The second way to earn money is with affiliate links. These are links you can add in your video description box from which you can earn a commission. I currently have affiliate links for Amazon products and for the Digital Collage Club, for which I'm an ambassador. According to YouTube guidelines, you have to inform your viewers when a link is an affiliate link and that you will earn money if they use the link to purchase something. The third method is merchandise. If you watch vlogs, for example, you will see vloggers advertising their own merchandise like t-shirts, hoodies, mugs, etc. My merchandise are my digital papers in my online store. Then there's also crowdfunding. For example, offering a membership site like Patreon or offering online tipping services. Many YouTube crafters offer different tiers of memberships for Patreon, offering viewers special goodies. I currently have online tipping services because viewers kept asking me how they could support my channel, which is why I have a link in the description box with which you can buy me a virtual coffee, which helps me to continue to improve my digital papers and videos for you. So thank you so much if you have supported me in the past. I am very humbled by your generosity. And the fifth option is sponsorships. So creating sponsored content for brands. Many bigger YouTubers do this. For example, you will hear this video is sponsored by so-and-so, or thank you so-and-so for sponsoring this video. And then you talk about the sponsor for a set amount of time, and usually you get quite a handsome fee for that. Most successful YouTubers have all 5 of these income streams. I currently have 4 because I have not found the right fit for sponsorship, and I would only ever do it for a product or company I truly believe in and use myself anyway. So how much money do YouTubers actually make? This is the real interesting question, isn't it? So if you Google it, you might come across the answer that I found, which states that a content creator can earn an average of $18 per 1,000 views with AdSense. This means if your channel has 100,000 views per month, you should earn about $1,800 per month, minus taxes, of course. However, this figure is very theoretical. I'm not saying you can't earn that, but how much you earn is dependent on so many factors, like what country are your viewers watching from? What niche are you in? How popular is your channel? What is the age of your viewers? How much does Google receive from specific advertisers? And most importantly, how long the ads are being watched. An ad only counts as being watched and therefore eligible for a payout if it's watched for at least 30 seconds, which only about 15% of viewers actually do. So the best thing you can do if you want to support a YouTube creator is to watch their ads. Just think about how you watch regular TV and how many ads you're basically forced to watch because you cannot click away. So I think 30 seconds is a very fair amount to receive for free content. But if you're annoyed by all the ads, you should consider getting a YouTube membership to never have to watch an ad, and the YouTube creator will still get a small percentage of your membership fee for the ads. This is, by the way, what I do. So, how do you become a YouTuber? First, you need to pick a niche. If you're watching my channel, you are probably interested in a crafting channel. So, my niche is junk journaling. But why is it so important to have a niche? Well, if I just had a general craft channel, I would probably never be noticed because there are too many channels on YouTube already doing general crafting. So to break it down further, we can say I could have a paper crafting channel, which would be better, but probably still too broad. But by focusing on junk journaling, I have a real chance at being noticed and to grow over time. Number 2 is define your why. This is so important. Just like any profession, you will have days when you won't feel motivated. And those are the moments your why will help you focus. My why was to inspire others and to help others find comfort and a way to distress from a busy or difficult day and to find their own creative voice, which we all have. Remembering that helps me every single day. Number 3 is know your audience. Why is that so important? Because you need to know what kind of videos your audience will enjoy. I had a great example of that a few weeks ago. So I posted a video called Instagram Controls My Collage, which was a video to which I added many flashy elements like sound effects and visual effects. I thought it was very fun and a different kind of video, but I realized that by editing the video in that flashy style, I was not considering who my main audience was. The feedback I received from numerous viewers, although there were also many viewers who really appreciated that style, was that it was over the top, too many effects, and too fast. As a result, the video did not get as many views as I had hoped. I still might post those kind of videos in the future because I really enjoyed making it. But I need to be aware that those videos just won't do as well on my channel. Number 4 is know your competition. Do your research. Watch as many other videos in your niche as possible and learn from them. What do you like about them? What would you do differently? Check what kind of videos get the best views and think about how you can stand out. What can you do differently or better than your competition? Number 5 is create a YouTube account and channel page. Anyone can create a YouTube account and you can be as creative as you like with your channel art, your logo, and your name. So that's the really fun part. Number 6 is post videos regularly. So this sounds so easy, but in fact, it's not at all. There is no right answer on how many videos you should publish on your channel, but from my experience, you should post at least once a week for steady growth. But the more, the better at the beginning because each video is another chance to get noticed by viewers. But don't underestimate what it means to post a video. You don't just sit down and turn on the camera. If you want to have a successful channel, you need to have a strategy of what kind of videos you want to post. You need to plan each video, potentially even script them in advance or maybe parts of it. I also believe if you start a channel now, you will have a much greater chance of success if you edit your videos. Think about your thumbnail, your keywords, your titles, your links, etc. Number 7 is promote your videos. It's not over when you publish a video. You need to get the word out there and advertise your videos on different social media platforms: Instagram, Pinterest, Facebook, TikTok, just to name a few. What soft skills are required? Again, I want to emphasize you have to know your why. This is so important, and hopefully your answer is not just to make money, because there's no way you will be able to post regularly over years if that's your only motivation. You need passion and energy. Your passion and energy will show in your videos. Your viewers will hear it in your voice and the way you talk. And if you're passionate about what you do, then you will directly transfer that energy and inspire your viewers. You need self motivation. So, unlike in a regular job where you are employed, nobody will tell you what to do or how to do it. You are a one person entrepreneur and you have to do it all. Filming, editing, producing, advertising, marketing, sales, negotiations, content strategy, customer care, technical support, and even bookkeeping. Yes, it's a long and intimidating list, but you don't have to know it all when you start out. A lot of it is learning by doing. And lastly, we have ambition. You need to want to succeed and to strive to be the best in your niche. The competition is fierce, and you need to find a way to stand out. Okay, let's talk about some of the hard skills necessary. So, of course, you need technical skills for filming and editing. So, the filming can easily be done with your phone, which is what I've been doing from the beginning. You will need something to mount your phone on, and you will need to think about lighting, which is so important. I have two big studio lights, which I use when there is not enough daylight. Editing is a skill that you need to become familiar with. I am self-taught and have always used iMovie, which comes free on any Apple device. It's very user-friendly and can do just about anything you need. If you're using a PC, I suggest you do some research to see what is available at the moment. Most programs for which you have to pay for have a trial period, so you can check it out first. And you can find tutorials here on YouTube for just about anything. Maybe you want to add music to your videos. I started out with free music, which was copyright free, but I highly discourage you from doing that. What happens is that what was once copyright free can become copyrighted later on, meaning you will receive a copyright claim from YouTube, which could result in your video being demonetized. I have been using Epidemic Sound for a long time and pay 13 euros a month and never have to worry about copyright again. They have a huge selection of music and sound effects, and I'm a huge fan. For my thumbnails and other visual effects in my videos, I use Canva, which is another program I'm a huge fan of. It's web-based and there is a free version with which you can do just about anything you need. And there's a paid version, which is what I have, with which you can do just a little bit more. Marketing and sales to be able to market your videos to an audience and to promote your videos and make sales if you have your own products. Customer care and technical support for all the inquiries from your viewers. Bookkeeping, because if you have a bookkeeper like I do, you still need to be able to prepare all the necessary paperwork for your bookkeeper. Now, did I know how to do any of these things before I started my channel? No. Did I start my channel with the plan to make it into a full-time job? No. I learned all of these skills along the way, so please don't feel intimidated if you are just starting out. The important thing is to show up and to post as much as you can and to have the will to keep improving your videos. So let's look at the pros of starting a YouTube channel. So you can express your ideas and share them and engage with the world. This is probably the most fun aspect of having a YouTube channel. Firstly, you get to produce a video of an idea you had in your head, and you will be able to share it with the whole world. How amazing is that? Secondly, the genuine connections you will make with like-minded people across the globe is priceless. You will learn how to deal with haters. This is definitely more true for other niches than the junk journal community. But even here, you will most likely get the odd comment from a hater, and you will figure out how to deal with them over time. This job builds confidence. You might not see it in my videos, but I'm a shy person and an introvert. Each video is a challenge for me, and I grow through those challenges all the time. It has definitely helped me build confidence over the years. You are flexible regarding what you post and when. You decide on your schedule and make it work with the rest of your life and not the other way around. It's free. Signing up for a YouTube channel is free, and you don't need any fancy equipment to start out. I didn't have my studio lights when I started, and I still edit on free software. So the cons of having a public YouTube channel. You are on your own. When you're employed, you can ask a colleague or your boss for advice or support. Being a YouTube creator means you need to make all decisions by yourself. If you're lucky, you can build a relationship over time with other YouTube creators who give you advice, because we all get stuck sometimes. People might not take you seriously and try to bring you down. Even in this day and age, YouTube is not widely considered a serious profession. Some people close to you might laugh at your dream and tell you you can't do it and that you're not good enough. But if you are passionate about what you do, you will prove them all wrong and grow stronger from it. Your channel might fail. Apparently, over 84% of YouTube channels have less than 1,000 subscribers, and only approximately 3.4% of all YouTube channels have more than 10,000 subscribers. So if you're in that 3.4%, please give yourself a big pat on the back and feel proud of your accomplishments. Some of the most common mistakes YouTubers make are, for example, creating videos for yourself rather than for your targeted audience, not creating enough videos to gain momentum, too little practice. You expect results too quickly and give up too soon, or you burn yourself out and give up, or you don't have a strategy. It takes patience. It's not a get-rich-quick scheme. It took me 2 years to get monetized, meaning I was able to have ads on my channel. That's 2 years of creating regular content for free. And even after the 2 years, it was just peanuts. To this day, I could not support myself with YouTube ads alone. It might happen sooner for you, but don't expect to earn substantial money in the first few years. YouTube is competitive. There are currently about 300 videos uploaded to YouTube every minute. You need to figure out how to stand out and get noticed, and how to get viewers to keep coming back. You need a thick skin. Most of us are afraid of being judged, and when you start a public YouTube channel, you become a public figure. It really takes courage to put yourself out there, and even though the crafting community is the best, you will also get the odd hater comment on your channel. You need to stick through it and keep posting, even when it's hard. And you cannot control what people are going to write under your video or comment elsewhere. You can only control your reaction. I used to try to engage with haters, but that never seemed to work out. On the contrary, most of the time, it seems like they thrive on the attention they're getting. Now I just block them and do my best to get them out of my mind, because if you let them, they can undermine your confidence and motivation. But if I can do it, then so can you.